Hey guys, so before we get into this video is sponsored by ilikecare.com. ilikecare is a company that provides all sorts of hair pieces in different lengths and textures. So they have sent me over this iPart wig, and I'm going to do a review on it for you guys, tell you guys a little bit about this wig. So right now we're going to get into this packaging. Absolutely love the packaging. You guys know orange is my color, so I absolutely love the color scheme. And it says, "Hi, I am what you have been waiting for. ilikecare.com." Absolutely love the packaging. So here's the hair fresh out of the box. You guys see how it comes packaged. Absolutely love the texture of this hair. It is super, super nice. Also comes with this little package right here, like a little clear zippy bag, and it has some goodies inside. So inside, we're about to see what's inside of here. You have your shower cap. It's a shower cap to put over your hair. Also, we have a wig cap. Also, they provided me with 2 hair clips, a hairbrush, and then you have your clear bag. They also sent me over a wig tail comb. All right, you guys, hopefully y'all don't judge me. I have my hair in 2 braids. I am going natural and I'm cutting the perm off as it grows out. So the ends are really thin because they're perm. So I just tucked the end of the braids into the back. And I kind of try to make myself apart here, but my hair is so natural and thick, it keeps curling up. So this is the hair right here. Y'all see the hair? And it still has the net on there. We're going to take the net off. And inside it has the clips and stuff. So as you guys see, your hair does not have to be braided down, and you do not have to leave out no hair in the middle at all. I'm not going to leave out none of my hair. So it also has a band in the back, which I love. So we're going to put it on right now. I got to snap open the pins. So you want to snap them open to open the combs. So I'm going to snap those open. And then right here is the combs. You just push them in to where you want your part to be. So I'm going to push that there. Snap it. Push the other one in and snap it. I'm going to bring this around to make my part. I'm looking in the mirror a little bit, y'all. So I'm going to push this here. I want that there. And then I'm going to push this front right here. And snap that there. Actually, we're going to bring this over a little bit because that's a little too wide. All right, so we got our part. So I'm going to pull the back down. And y'all, I have a little old head. Like my hair is screwed extremely small. So the little bands in the back, I'm going to just pull them a little tighter. Hold on. All right, you guys. So this is the hair in its natural state. I think I want to snap this and bring this over just a tad bit. Just a little teeny bit. Awesome. Yes, perfecto. Woo! I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is his natural state, like this. You guys see I have no hair left out at all. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna use the comb that they gave me. I'm gonna open it up. And the 2 clips that I was also provided, I wanna clip this back a little bit. And I wanna clip this side back a little bit. So what I wanna do is, I wanna kinda like make sure my part looks a little bit more clean. That way it looks like a part. Okay, there we go. And what I'm gonna do is, I wanna bring this over just a little bit more. Right there. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what I wanted. So I'm gonna tease the middle right here. Like just tease it so that it can cover a little bit in. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take some edge control. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take some of this edge control. And I'm going to like clean up the front. So that looks clean. And we're going to bring this over. Take these clips out. Some people might want to wear theirs like this in its natural state, but I actually love this hair. Love, love, love this. You can wear it like big and puffy. I'm actually going to wet it and bring it down, but I like this big and puffy Diana Ross look like. It's giving. So right now I'm going to go wet it, and then I'll show you guys the finished look on how I'm going to wear it. All right, you guys, so this is the finished touch on the wig. Oh my God, I love this wig, baby. You can't tell me this is not my hair. Like, sis, this is my hair, baby. Yes, this is my hair. I wet it, as you guys can see, so it does look a little bit more curlier. Not too much of a difference from, you know, coming straight out the package. The package is just more bigger and more coarse. It's even more natural looking. So all I did was wet it a little bit, got a spray bottle, and I wet it a little bit so it is kind of damp. And I put a little bit of Garnier Fructis stuff in there to kind of hold the curls. And that's pretty much it. I love this, like, baby. Y'all know I'm a truck driver, and I can't always get my hair done. So this is convenient. My female truckers that's on my channel, and you guys need you a go-to wig, a little, you know, little snap on. Baby, this is better than a headband wig. Like, I absolutely love this. You guys will definitely see me out on the road probably this whole month rocking this wig. Like, I honestly love this wig. It feels so natural. The hair feels real. Like, oh my God, this, you cannot tell me this is not my hair. This is my hair. Sis, this is my hair. Absolutely love this. You can also wear this part. You do not have to have it in the middle. You can also put it to the side, whatever side is your good side. Some people like their left side better than the right side. Whichever side, you know, you like the most, you can put your part to the middle. And that's what I like about this. And I love that you don't have to have your hair braided. You guys see I had two little, not even complete braids in my head. So all I had to do was take out the braids and make my part to the other side, and that's that. I have absolutely, positively no hair left out. None at all. We're going to just tease that a little bit. All you got to do is tease it if you guys feel like, you know, a little bit of track is showing, but I have absolutely no hair left out at all. None of my hair is left out. This is awesome for, you know, those protective styles, people that's natural like me, that don't want no heat on their hair. You don't have to worry about taking your hair out, trying to blend it over, trying to press it out, trying to make it blend in, trying to wet it, and, you know, blend your natural hair in with the wig. You don't have to worry about that. I absolutely love this wig. When I tell y'all gonna see me a lot with this wig on, yes, you are. You definitely are. It's giving. Guys, make sure you head on over to youloveindia.com and get you one of these really nice pieces. Like, oh my God, I absolutely love this. Everything will be linked in the description box. Direct link to this wig, direct link to the site, and also a coupon code for you guys to use. So hope you guys enjoyed this install. So let's just get right into the video. What's up? I feel like I haven't been on here in so long. The last time I was on here, I left you guys a little emotional. And I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. But I did want my blog to be as real, as authentic as I could make it. So I do apologize for the tears that were shed. But I promise this video is not gonna be like that. So before we get into this video, let me just start off by saying that I am no way, shape, or form promoting surgery. I am just simply documenting my, my procedures and different things that I'm going through in life. So there's no way that I'm like pressuring surgery on nobody or anything like that. To each his own. I am pro surgery, but you got some that are very much well against it, which I respect each party's views. Just wanted to get that out there. So, where do we start? Oh my God, this video, Jesus Christ, well overdue. And I got so much to talk about. I haven't wrote anything down because I am overwhelmed. In the middle of moving, converting back to the truck, it's the holidays, trying to heal. It's just so much. So hopefully I get everything out in this video and I don't miss anything, because I wrote nothing down except things to purchase, and that's only because that was already in my phone. So I know a lot of you guys were like, oh my God, I know you said you weren't going to do your nose. And I ended up doing my nose. So here's the thing with that. Because I just know I got to put this out there. I've always got picked on my nose for years. Like since I was in middle school, I've been called Bird, Big Bird. I've been told I snort coke. I look like I snort coke. I got a coke nose. I've been told, oh, your nose is bleeding, because the insides of the red walls were always showing. I've got told everything. Oh, a lot of people ask my nationality because of my nose. Oh, you got a white girl nose, or you got a pointy nose and stuff like that. So I've been getting picked on forever, when it comes to my nose. So no, YouTube did not make me do my nose or anything like that. This is something that I have been wanting forever. People that know me personally knows this. My hairstylist knows this. Friends knows this. Family knows this. They know I've always hated my nose. However, when I did look into rhinoplasty before I even got on YouTube, I was looking into Dr. Mandietta, he's in California, and he does a lot of celebs and a lot of big name people's noses, but he is definitely expensive. At the time when I reached out, the nose job was like $25, almost $30,000 for the nose job. And I was just like, ain't no way in hell I could pay, that much for a nose. So at that time, I just started to embrace my nose. And of course, it was my nose. I'm going to stick beside it because it's my nose. So when I was defending my nose all that time, like I just had to stick up for myself. I wasn't going to let people sit on the internet and make them think that them talk about my nose was going to shame me or run me off the internet, because baby, that was not going to be the case. So no, YouTubers or harsh comments were not the reason for me deciding to do my nose. It was something that I've always wanted to do. It wasn't until me being on YouTube, I think randomly a rhinoplasty vlog popped up, and I started, looking into rhinoplasty, and I'm like, oh my God, I found out about Turkey and how, Turkey has really nice doctors. The price is very much affordable, and it was something that I was able to pay for what I wanted. So after researching doctors and things like that, I found the one that I wanted to do my nose, and I went through with the process. So that's that. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is how I got my doctor and things like that. So I was doing my research on Turkish doctors, and a couple of doctors came up. I know Ecstatic Baran, I think that's his name. He popped up. I actually had got a quote from him, and that's when I discovered the YouTuber Peyton Charles channel, where she did a vlog about her rhinoplasty. And at that time, she was like the first Black person that I had seen on YouTube that had did a rhinoplasty and documented and stuff. So her nose came out really, really nice. But as I did more research on the doctor, I just found out that he wasn't the doctor for me. I started to not like his work. It's a couple of reviews that kind of pushed me away. And the price was a little too cheap that it just seemed like unreal. I believe the price he quoted me was, actually, let me not even say the price because I don't even remember. And it was inclusive, all inclusive. It included, I believe, the hotel and hospital stay and everything. But something about it just wasn't right. And the research that I had did, I didn't like what I found. So my first doctor of choice before I chose Umit Taskin was Dr. Mohammed Dilber. Um, Dilber's work is amazing. Like, I love Dilber's work just as much as I love Taskin. Um, I saw someone on Dilber's Instagram who had a nose similar to mine. And that's when I was like, oh my God, like after I saw her results, I was like, I have a chance of looking like that after surgery. So with me seeing that, like I was very much excited. I, reached out to him, got the quote and everything, and he gave me a date and everything. And things were getting, done. I hadn't sent the deposit yet. So, something just said, keep doing your research, keep doing your research. I kept doing my research. And so happened someone that I know personally had recently went to Taskin. And me seeing her results in person, I was like, oh my God, like I absolutely loved her results. Like she looked very beautiful once, her swelling and stuff came down. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to this doctor. So I reached out to Taskin on Instagram. I DM'd him and he asked me to send over him some pictures of my nose and to express my concerns. So I did that, and after I did that, he did advise me that his surgeries do sometimes require rib cartilage, rib removal for him to build the cartilage for your nose to reshape your nose. So I ain't gonna lie, at first I was scared. I was like, what? Like, you gotta break a piece of what? Like, not baby back ribs, but my ribs? And he was like, yeah, like I need a piece of rib to build the cartilage. So I was a little bit nervous and I was kind of like hesitant because with Dilber, he does not use rib cartilage. He used, I think it's called cadaver, which is like a dead person's bone or something to, it's like, I believe it's a dead person's bone, a harvest bone that is used to build, rib, to build the cartilage for your nose. So you don't have to worry about going through the rib process. So when I got my quote from Taskin, and he said he does rib, like I was very, very scared. But me seeing, this person's results, it kind of eased my mind with the process. So I went ahead and I went through. He gave me a price, which was 6,000 euros. That was my price. And I believe converted over, it came out to 5,600 or $5,700 for my nose. Now the thing with quotes is that you guys know the currency rate changes every day. So my 6,000 euros might have came out to 56. Yours might come out to 58. It might come out to 6,000. It all depends on the rate, the day of your surgery when you get ready to pay. So once I, came up with a date that I was able to stay over there for I think it's like 10 days you have to be there. So me being there for 10 days, I wanted to make sure that I had enough time, to be off for all of those days. So once I came up with the date, I presented him the date, and then he sent it over to his assistant, which handled mostly everything else after that through WhatsApp. And the assistant, took my deposit. I Zelled over the deposit. You have to send the deposit of, I believe it's 400 euros or something like that. I sent over the deposit, and then I also had to pay the fee of I think it's a Zelle fee or something, or was it a wire? I can't really remember. But when I paid the deposit, I also had to send over the transfer fee, which was, I think, no more than $500, like $450 or something like that. So that's how much I paid over to secure my date. Everybody is different, because when I had inquired with Aesthetic Baron, he told me I did not have to send a deposit, but I needed to book my flight and screenshot it and send it over to him so that he could know that, I'm serious and that the flight has been booked for that date. So like I said, every doctor is different. So after I booked my flight and stuff, the assistant Fuzel, he pretty much kept up with me with everything, leading up until my surgery. He sent over like a whole voice memo that tells you everything you need to know prior to boarding your flight, prior to surgery day, everything like that. He also sent over the links to things that I needed to have, which you need to have a visa, and you also need to have a health visa. There are two separate visas. The visa you have to pay for, I believe I paid $50 for the health visa. And you also have to have, $50 for the regular visa, and a health visa is completely free. The health visa is pretty much because of COVID and stuff. So you have to, like, I believe you have to submit in your COVID test when you do the health visa. Also, your passport cannot be expiring within the next 6 months. So if you're traveling and your passport is about to expire in 3 months, you cannot travel. Even though the passport is not expired, but it is going to be expiring soon within those 6 months. So make sure that your passport, has a good bit of time left on it to travel. So what else? Uh, Leading into my surgery, I arrived there. You're gonna have to, of course, get your COVID testing to travel. And then once you get there, you're gonna, of course, take another COVID test at the hospital, which costs $30. Once they do the testing and your blood work and stuff the day before surgery, then the next day you'll go ahead for surgery and things like that. What else? I'm trying not to forget everything because I didn't write anything down. But yeah, that's everything leading up to surgery. Surgery, the day before surgery, you guys know with any surgery you cannot eat after 12 o'clock at night. So yeah, so the next day after we went to surgery, the next day when we got ready to go to surgery, because the day I got there, I checked into my hotel so that the room and everything would be already done. So when I do get discharged from the hospital, I'm not in the lobby trying to check in and do all that stuff. So I just stayed out of my room the day that I had surgery, and then we returned the next day that we got discharged. And my room was, our hotel was really, really nice. I stayed at Bricks Hotel, which is like literally 5 minutes down from the hospital. Absolutely loved the service at this hotel. Like, it was amazing. When we checked in, they walked our luggage up to our rooms. They also came up and brought us, brochures for tours, for food, for almost everything. Like, the service there was impeccable. Every day they came to clean, to check on us. They brought us free water every day, free tea, free coffee. The Wi-Fi worked awesome there. We didn't have an issue with Wi-Fi. I did not get like a SIM card or anything. I know a lot of people were asking me, like, why was I able to make calls and stuff like that? So I use the apps. I use WhatsApp. I use Facebook Messenger, Instagram and stuff like that with the Wi-Fi in order to, contact my loved ones instead of using my phone. But I did see girls from other vlogs said that they did purchase Turkcell SIM card with the highest plan, which was like $60, and they still had enough, stuff left on there to use the whole trip, as far as for calling and stuff like that. But Smooth had an international thing on his phone with his service provider. So if you're traveling alone, please make sure you get something like that. Because I was with him, whenever I was out of the room away from the Wi-Fi, he would just put his hotspot on for me to use my phone. So if you're going over there solo, make sure you purchase a SIM card or something, so that when you're out, in the Uber, or you're not, around Wi-Fi, that you're able to still be able to use the phone, which you're going to need, when you're not around the hotel or around any Wi-Fi. Transportation wise, I used Uber. I use the Uber app for everything. Uber Yellow, I believe, because they have two. They have Uber Blue and they have Uber Yellow. So I used Uber Yellow to get around majority of the time, the whole time there. What else? You guys, if you are going alone, please, please, please make sure you either hire a companion like Surgery Savior, or you bring somebody with you. Like, this was not an easy surgery. Your nose doesn't hurt. Let me just put that out there, because your nose does not hurt it out. The surgery does not hurt. The only thing that hurt, which you guys see in the video when I was like, in pain when I got out of surgery, was my ribs. My ribs hurt really, really bad. But the nose does not hurt at all. My nose was numb. My nose still is numb. I cannot feel the tip of my nose. I cannot feel my columella. I can only feel the sides of my nostrils and a little bit of my bridge. My nose is numb. When you get out of surgery, you're not going to be able to feel your nose. Your whole nose is numb. You're not going to feel anything. There's absolutely no pain at all in your nose. What else? The only thing with this surgery is it's a very, very uncomfortable surgery, and it requires a lot of patience. And the reason I say that is because you're not going to get your results right away. It's a lot of swelling. It's a whole healing process, which is from a year to 2 years to complete. My nose is still swollen. It's not that swollen, if you guys can see. I think I'm almost a month post-op. Yeah, I'm almost a month post-op. And next Thursday, I think, will make 1 month. And my nose, I can kind of see what my nose is going to look like, but there's still changes that I notice every single day in my nose. You're going to have a whole bunch of boogers. Like, I have boogers the size that I've never saw, that I never knew that I could produce. You're going to have some big, big boogers. So make sure that you cut your nails and stuff. I use a Q-tip, and I take the Q-tip and I put it in my nose, and I try to pull out, the boogers and stuff. I also still use the saline wash that they provided, because they give you about 20 sachets with the bottle, so you have enough to take home with you. I spray that up my nose, and I clean out my nose with that. I also still use the Sinex spray in both of my nostrils to spray up my nose. And then I'll go over it, and I'll put Neosporin over my stitches and stuff. So let me just get a close-up so you guys can see the nose. Can you guys see my nose? Like, this is the front of my nose. I'm going to try to put pictures in here, which I've been trying to do before and after pictures, because I want you guys to see the difference, because I know it's a difference in my nose. And this is my side profile on this side. And then this is my side profile on this side. So my stitches here are pretty much gone. I'm gonna probably try to insert some more pictures with no makeup on. You guys can see I have like a little scar here. It's a little bit of scarring there, a little scarring there and here, but I still have stitches right on my columella and inside of my nose. All this white stuff sticking out is stitches. Those little white hairs there, those are stitches that are hanging out. That is not hair. That is not a booger. That is all stitches that's in my nose. They're supposed to be dissolvable and fall out. So my tip has dropped a little bit. I noticed it because when I first got my nose done, my stitches on my columella were like right here. The more that it's dropping, the more the stitches are coming down. And now my stitches are almost down here to the bottom. They're almost like down there to the bottom of my nose. So I noticed that. Another thing I noticed after my surgery is that I don't know if this is what was the cause. Before surgery, I had bad sinus. I wake up every morning and I make the most loudest noise. And it's like I did that every morning to like open up my nose or open up to get air to breathe. And I felt like if I didn't do that, that I would probably be dead because it's like I'm trying to gasp for air every morning. Um, in the vlog, he told you guys that I had a septum deviation and he fixed it, and he said that it was gonna it was gonna allow me to have better breathing. Now I didn't ask more questions about it, but from what I researched, the symptoms that they say causes septum was, the symptoms that are with septumplasty is what I had. I had nosebleeds and things like that. So what I noticed is that in the mornings I no longer do that. And I was nervous about that with doing my surgery because I was like, oh my God, I'm about to get my nose done. Am I going to be able to play with my nose to start my day? But I realized that I no longer have to do that at all. I don't make that noise in the morning. Hopefully this is a permanent thing. We're going to see how long, I noticed that I'm no longer doing it. And I'll update you guys on my next nose rhinoplasty update to let you guys know if this is something that has been permanently, fixed. But that is definitely something that I have noticed with me having a rhinoplasty. So I absolutely love my nose. What I love about my nose is that he did not like take away my nose structure and try to make it something else. Like I still have the structure of my nose where I don't look too different, but you could tell that something has been done. And I like that. So a lot of people have been messaging me, people that have just had surgery or about to have surgery. You guys have been messaging me and asking me, did my nose look piggy after surgery? And I did not experience that because I do not really have an ethnic nose. My nose is not a normal black ethnic nose. This is nothing about my nose was ethnic. I didn't have a big what is the bulbous nose? I didn't have that. So for me, I didn't get piggy, but I did get Pinocchio. When I first came home, and I took the bandages off after those 5 days. And that day when I took the bandaging off, I noticed that my nose swelled up really, like it started protruding out. And this part hadn't dropped a little as much as it had now. So my tip was kind of like right here straight. And it was out about this wide. It felt so big. And I was like, oh my God, did I mess myself up? Like, why does it not look like my cast off day? I was definitely freaking out, but I remember watching different vlogs, how everybody said, your nose is going to change. It's going to swell. It's going to be days where you're going to hate your nose. It's going to be days where you're going to love your nose. It's just a process that you have to go through until you're done with healing. So for you guys that's been asking me, no, I didn't get the piggy look. And, if you guys experiencing the piggy look, just, sit it out, wait to see, how much more will your nose drop. And if not, ask your doctor, even if your nose is going to drop. I don't know if all noses drop after surgery or how far down will your nose drop after surgery. And everybody knows it's different, which is why, my nose, a lot of people with ethnic noses, a lot of ethnic rhinoplasty, a lot of people have big noses and they want to bring them in. My issue was that my nostrils were retracted up so that you could see all in my nose. So by him bringing my nostrils down to close in, my nose space so you don't get to see all up my nose, my line for my nose line was kind of the same lining. A lot of people who got their nose taken in from maybe here to here, things are a little bit different from you guys, which is why I was still able to smile, laugh, and things after my surgery. Because a lot of people, when you get your nose done, you can't smile anymore because you've brought in your smile line that used to be out here to here. So you have to wait till that heals so that you don't pull the stitches. So everybody experience is different. My nose is different from most, ethnic noses. So a lot of things that people are experiencing, I don't. Yeah, so I didn't experience that. What I noticed is that like if I wanted to pucker my lips, like when I put on my lip gloss and trying to like put these two lips together to like pucker them together, I can't do that. Like this kind of stops me. The stitching right here kind of holds my lips back from being able to pucker. So I know that I can't do that. What else? I did not have the sore throat. A lot of people were saying their throat was so sore during surgery. I don't know if it's Taskin's way of doing surgery or something, but my throat did not hurt at all. Thank God, because I've experienced a surgery where I had to be put, down, and waking back up with a sore throat is not no joke. So yeah, that definitely wasn't, something that I experienced. What else? I'm trying not to forget anything. Um, when I got discharged from the hospital, they don't give you no papers or anything. You just come in, the nurse, the doctor will see you the day of, let you know everything is okay. By then you'll already have all your medications and everything to go ahead and go home. Nurses, I didn't have a problem with language barrier with my nurses and stuff like that. Fuzel is amazing. Taskin's assistant is thebomb.com. If you need anything, reach out to him. He would definitely help you. He would guide you, even when it came to like things, tourist stuff. Like he even told us if we feel like we're about to get ripped off, because they will take advantage of the tourists, to call him and let him know, and he'll let us know if we're paying the right price, if they're trying to get over and stuff like that. So I was very appreciative of that. Very, very appreciative of that. After surgery, it'll be 6 to 7 days when you get your cast removed off. So you'll just be sitting there, face swollen. By the second or third day, your face is gonna swell up. Like y'all see, like my eyes swole up. I had 2 black eyes. My whole face swole up, really, really, really bad. And by the fourth or the fifth day, it started coming down. I just kept putting ice on my eyes and stuff, and the swelling started, coming down and stuff. Fuzel will let you know when is your follow-up date for your cast off and which office to go to, because Taskin has 2 different locations where he does his cast off. So everybody cast off may not be at the same location. The location we went to was about like 30 minutes away, and we took the Uber there to get there. The time that in between the time of healing and stuff, we did go out, like you guys saw. I went to the mall. We did go and do the things in the city. Do not be alarmed. They will stare at you. They will stare. They will look. And it's because they don't see black melanin women there a lot. And it's strange because they do have Africans there, but for some reason, melanin women, they don't see them as much. So when they see you, they're like, oh my God, like it's like you're a goddess over there. They're excited. Some may ask to take a picture. They would definitely stare. Some people may think that they're staring because you have this cast on your nose, but that's not the case because they're used to it over there. Like every day somebody's getting a rhinoplasty. Every day someone is getting hair transplant. Like that stuff is just so normal over there. Even when you're out and you're exploring, you will see other people that have a cast on that probably went to a different doctor. You'll see a lot of men that have hair transplants everywhere. Like that is normal to them. They are looking at you because of your beautiful skin. That is the reason why they're looking at you. Smooth also had an encounter while I was up in surgery. When he went downstairs, he had an encounter with a guy that was staring at him, and he was kind of uncomfortable. And he said that the guy was like, no, 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 sorry, brother. Like I'm just, he was happy to see Smooth and see, a melanin man. So do not be alarmed if they're staring at you. Like they mean no harm at all. The next thing is the flight. How did I forget the flight? The flight. I traveled Turkish Airlines. The flight, when you book on like Expedia and stuff like that, it's hard to find a straight through flight. You'll get a connecting flight. I did not want a connecting flight because the connecting flights were about 20 hours. Some was 17. I think the lowest one we had was like 15 hours for a connecting flight. And I was like, oh my God, I don't think I could do this. So I went on Turkish Airlines and they had straight through flights. The flights were about $1,200 per person. And the flight that we had was 12 hours, straight through direct flight. The flight, you would have breakfast and lunch served, depending on what time you fly. When we went there, we had breakfast and lunch because of the time difference, but when we came back, we had 2 lunches. So yeah, they'll provide you with blankets. They have games, they have videos, everything free of charge on the flight. What else? They have headphones, they have sanitizing kits, blankets. Everything is provided for you with such a long flight like that. The flight was very smooth. Smooth gave me some melatonin and it put me to sleep the whole flight. So after experiencing that, because this is my first time flying on a very long flight, I was like, okay, I could do this again because it's more trips and places that I want to go, and the flights are very long. So taking the melatonin definitely helped me out. So if you're the type of person that's impatient like me, that can't really sit through long flights and stuff, try the melatonin and see if that works for you, because it worked for me. So yeah, that was the thing with the flight. It also came with two travel luggages a piece. So we didn't have to pay for bags or anything like that. Everything was included in the flight price. Um, what else? I am trying to get you guys everything. COVID test coming back because somebody messaged me and asked me how did I get my COVID test while I was over there. The hospital I stayed at, the hotel that I stayed at, they offered COVID testing. So when it was almost time for checkout, they provided us with COVID tests and they came up to the room. They swabbed both of us, and after they finished swabbing us, the results were ready in like 6 to 7 hours downstairs at the desk. So when we checked out, we just checked out the room and then they gave us the test results. We also paid for the shuttle service back to the hotel. Back to the airport from the hotel. With COVID testing with me, because guys, I had rhinoplasty and they, I have stitches and stuff. So they did not swab my nose. They only swabbed my mouth. But they swabbed Smooth's nose and his mouth. So you don't have to worry about them sticking a Q-tip and stuff up your nose for the COVID test because, of the surgery. So they would not do that. At least not the people that I went to. They did not swab my nose. They only swabbed the back of my throat. So Aftercare, now that I've been home, I only tape at nighttime because the doctor informed me that at nighttime, I guess by your body being at a certain elevation, being, flat, most of your blood flows up. And I think I'm saying this right. I hope I'm saying this right. it causes your nose to have swelling. So I tape my nose, and I tape at night, and then in the mornings or during the daytimes I take it off. So that is how I tape. Um, yeah. What else? So I'm gonna tell you guys some things that you guys should consider having as far as supplies wise while you're over there. So the first thing I want to tell you guys about, which I haven't heard anybody talk about this, and the only reason why I knew about it was because, like I said, I had a friend who had went to Taskin, whose nose that I saw, which sealed my decision to go. She informed me that to be over there in Turkey, they have a different type of plug, which I'm going to insert the pictures here. They do not have regular American sockets. They have, I think it's S something. I'm not sure the name of their sockets, but their sockets are different. You want to go on Amazon and order you guys a block that fits the sockets over there. I think Smooth paid $15 to $20 for the ones that he picked up. And they have the socket that fits the wall in Turkey, and then they have the outlets on the opposite side, which you can get the kind that you plug in American socket inside, or you can get the kind where you just plug in the USB portion into the the piece. It's all up to your discretion. They have different ones on there. Like I said, I'm going to insert pictures to show you guys how it looks and what exactly it is that I'm talking about. Make sure you guys have that, because you will not be able to charge your phone over there. You would have to go, down to the nearest store and try to purchase one. Cough drops. When I tell you I ate them cough drops all day, every day, I chewed the hell out of them cough drops. For some reason, the cough drops was like, I slept with the cough drops in my mouth, because I noticed that when I was sleeping, because you cannot breathe out of your nose, you're breathing out of your mouth. My mouth used to get dry so bad. So I drank a lot of water, and all I ate was cough drops and water, cough drops and water. I didn't have the sore throat, so it wasn't really doing much for my throat, because my throat was not bothering me. But like I said, that menthol, like that feeling that opens you up, it was kind of like helping my nose open up a little bit. So I definitely recommend you guys to have some cough drops. Some people also took honey, like packets of honey over there, but the cough drops work perfectly fine for me. A neck pillow, which is the same neck pillow that I used for my travel to on my flight. I used the same neck pillow the whole time over there for surgery. Take it with you to the hospital, because you're gonna need it. The doctors are going to prop you up, and after you have surgery, you cannot sleep on your sides. You're not even going to be able to, because your ribs are going to hurt so bad. You're not going to be able to sleep on your sides, and you don't want to fall asleep with your nose, um, on your face or nothing like that. So the neck pillow, it kind of holds your head in a certain, restricted area, so that you're not leaning your nose over and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend you guys taking your neck pillow with you to the hospital. And I wore my neck pillow to sleep every night while I was there. I've also heard some people say when they fell asleep like that, the swelling, I guess because they're sleeping on one side, went to one nostril. So sometimes one nose will swell up a little bit more than the other nose. So be careful with that. Um, Neosporin. They do not sell Neosporin over there. So if you guys can take some Neosporin to put on your incisions, the stitches and stuff, definitely would be good to have. Also some straws. Like I said, everybody's stitching is different. So luckily for me, I was able to smile and stuff, but some people are not going to be able to really crack a smile and stuff like that. And also with the soda cans, you don't want the can touching your nose, depending on how far down your nose comes. So, yeah, get a straw. That way you don't have to worry about a can touching your nose, nothing. You just sip from the straw. Get that, that's easy fix. So I traveled in wintertime, so it was definitely cold. It was like the 40s or 50s. And to me, I'm always cold. So I was freezing. Smooth wasn't so much cold, but I was freezing. And it was raining too. So you want to make sure you bring the right clothing to check the weather before you go, depending on what time of the year your surgery falls in. Make sure you bring a zip up hoodie because, like I said, you guys are going to have um, your rib removed. So it's going to hurt to lift, to bend, and all that type of stuff. So instead of having to put a pullover hoodie or something on, bring a zip up hoodie. It'll kill, it'll kill you having to put that stress on yourself. Also, I'm gonna try to insert my incision of my scar. He did it right under my boob line, so it wasn't a bad incision or anything like that. It was covered up for he told me about 5 or 6 days. I kept it covered up. As soon as I got out of surgery, I could not take a bath, so I kept it covered up. And when he told me that I was able to take it off, it had like the skin had already came back together, so he did not stitch that back. Pretty much just let it close back on its own. Make sure you guys have a currency converter on your phone because some things will be in Turkish lira, and you guys may not know how much that is equivalent to in U.S. currency. So if you guys have a currency converter, then that would definitely be pretty good. Also, you want to have a translator. Smooth I think he used Google, and he when we wanted to say certain things or we were trying to go somewhere, he would type it in and then he would press it was like some type of voice thing, so it would say it in Turkish, so that we would write it in English and it would say it out to them in Turkish, and then they did the same thing. They would write it out in Turkish and it would come out to us in English. um Also, don't forget the Turk sale. If you guys are going alone and you're going to need to have your phone over there, make sure you guys get a Turk sale SIM card. Also, do not change out money at the airport, at least not more than $100. If you guys are going with tasking, then Fuzel would definitely let you know that in the message to not change out too much money at the airport, because the airport does not give you that much money for their currency there. Like, you'll get a better exchange rate on in the city than you would at the airport. Um, the Turkcell amount is a 20 gigabyte card that you guys would need that should last. Oh, my nose is itching. The whole trip. Also, some people asked did I get a lip lift. No, I did not. But my lips did look extremely big when I did get out of surgery. Smooth was like, "You sure you didn't put no fat in your lips?" And I'm like, "No, like my face is just swollen." Like, but you do have people that do get a lip lift. He will let you know if you need a lip lift or not. Thankfully, I didn't need it. You do have to pay extra for a lip lift. I think it ranges between $15 to $2,000 for a lip lift. Also, you have to ask him for your table pictures if you want them. He do not post everyone's pictures on his page. I reached out to him for my table pictures because I hadn't seen them posted, and I wanted to see my table pictures because I was still swollen, and I kind of wanted to have an idea of what my nose looked like. Like, when you said you were done and this was the look that you wanted me to have, what was that look before it started swelling up? That's what I wanted to see. And he informed me that he do not post everyone's pictures for privacy, that you have to give him the okay. So I'm still waiting for him to send me my table pictures. But if he don't, it's fine because I kind of see what my nose is, starting to look like, and I love it. So it's more so for people who are worried, because when you have the cast on, you cannot really see what your nose looks like. Some people, they panic and they think that their nose is too small. Some people think that, they're messed up. I couldn't really see what my nose looked like, but for me, I know them nostrils went from here to here. So that's all I needed to see, and I was at ease. Like, I had no idea what was under the cast, but I knew It was gonna be something different. So it didn't really bother me that much those days that I'm waiting for the cash removal date. But I was definitely happy when he took it off because it started itching and I was trying to scratch my nose and I'm like rubbing the cast to get the itch out. Like it was definitely a process, but definitely a process that I don't regret. Absolutely positively love my nose. Absolutely love my nose. Absolutely satisfied with the surgeon that I chose, the whole process, the whole experience. I absolutely enjoyed Turkey. I want to go back over there to Turkey. Also, before I forget, be careful with the food because Smooth does not eat pork. With the language barrier, we were trying to order food and we were asking like, is it pork? Is it beef? What is it? They were telling him, no, beef, beef, beef. We don't know if we was eating bamboo, cow, raccoon. We don't know what we were eating. But Smooth got really sick. He was getting hot flashes. He was having body aches. He didn't throw up or anything, but his body was just, it was like in a shock. Um, and we were trying to figure out what it was because he had purchased liquor there also. So he had like a few, drinks and stuff. And the food was like the only two things that we could have thought of. And then the weather, because it was cool, and sometimes, he would stay out and smoke his vape in the weather. Those were the only things that we thought could cause him to feel ill. So I just started researching things, and this is just a self-diagnosis that we feel like he had. I think it's called trichinosis, which is when you eat pork, like someone who eats pork that hasn't had pork in a very long time. So we're thinking that that's what it was. Yeah, so that was like the self-diagnosis that we came up with. So if you are someone who does not eat pork, or if you have any type of eating allergies and stuff like that, please be careful when ordering food over there. Like, be very careful because Smooth came back ill and he was sick for about 4 to 5 days. The last day there, like he slept the whole day. He was extremely hot. Like his body temperatures was really hot, and I was so scared because we just didn't know. I know he didn't have COVID because he had took the COVID test and all the results came back negative. So we knew it wasn't COVID, but I just felt bad because he came over there to doctor me and he ended up getting sick. So be careful when it comes to the food over there. Make sure you ask questions. My nose itching. I'm so sorry. You guys, they say if it's itching, it's healing. So we're hoping that's the case. But yeah, you're going to get a lot of itching, a lot of sneezing, a lot of boogers. Like it's a process. But yeah, I'm hoping I covered everything. I think I covered everything. Y'all, funny joke before I go. I was doing my makeup because you guys know Smooth is back on the road. And I was doing my makeup and I FaceTime him because this is going to be the first time I'm wearing makeup and I'm going to be going out tonight. And people that, my friends are going to be seeing me for the first time with my new nose. This guy asked me to identify myself. I had to tell him what's my real name, what's his real name, how did we meet. I had to tell him like a whole trivia for him to make sure that it was me because he said that I look different, a pretty different, but I look different. So he made me sit here and answer a whole bunch of trivia questions before he was like, okay, to keep on talking to me on the phone, which that's him calling right now. But we're not gonna answer that because I want to wrap up this video. So actually, let's see. Hello? I can't hear you.
What's up, baby?
I'm in the middle of filming.
Oh, all right. Call me when you're done.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so yeah. I hope I got everything out to you guys. I really hope I did. I think everything was done correctly. Also, last thing before I go, gonna wrap it up. Did you guys notice the Beavis and Butthead shirts? Like, y'all remember I did my, what was it? Read and hate comments. And I never knew anything about Beavis and Butthead. This is one name that I never heard myself being called until I got on YouTube. And somebody left this comment and said my nostrils remind them of Beavis and Butthead. I was dying laughing, like I was crying because they were spot on. I couldn't even get mad or be like, oh, this, oh, that. It was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. How they say, city boys up 100 points. You did that. It was funny. However, I had to get this shirt for my nose reveal video. Like I just had to have this shirt. I was like, you know what? I have to represent. I don't even know their names. Is it Beavis and Butthead? Duh, that's probably their names. But I definitely had to represent. And I'm no longer their cousin anymore. We're probably still related because I still got a little point. I still got, a little bit of my features there. But yeah, I definitely had to put on this shirt and pay homage to them. And shout out to the person that made that comment because it definitely didn't hurt my feelings. It was more hilarious than anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a safe recovery for people that are going through rhinoplasty, who are considering rhinoplasty. I hope that I help you guys make your decision on your doctor. For you guys that are considering tasking, he's an awesome doctor, awesome service. The procedure was definitely awesome. I have nothing bad to say about him or the procedure. Absolutely loved everything. I love that, he didn't come in and say, oh, I'm going to do this, and that from the jump. When I even put in for a consultation, he said, submit your pictures and tell me what you don't like about your nose. It was always what I don't like. Even when I got my morph pictures, which I did get morphs, this assistant was like, you need to pick a nose that you like. Because I kept asking, like, what do you think? Like, you think this, you think that? And he just was like, hey, you pick what you like. I'll show you the difference in the morphs. What do I see? If I see that this has a higher tip, a lower tip, a narrow bridge, different type of looks that it's given. But you have to figure out what it is that you want because you have to wear this nose, not me. And when they kept making it about me and not them or what they thought, I was just happy because I knew that this is somebody that's trying to make sure that I'm happy, not that I'm doing that. I'm allowing him to do what he wants to do or what he thinks will look nice on my face. So absolutely love that about this whole experience. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to message me. A lot of you guys have been writing me on Instagram. You guys have been sharing your pictures. You guys have been sharing post-op pictures, surgery day pictures, and it's like I've been gaining like a whole lot of new friends through rhinoplasty. And it's amazing to see other people share their stories and confidentiality with me and experience some of the things I experienced about, being picked on about your nose or, being made fun of about your nose and stuff like that. So definitely a nice experience. Like I said, I do apologize for the emotional reveal. But I was just in a state of shock and happiness at the same time. So I hope I see you guys in my next video. I'll probably do a 1 month update. I plan to do a 1 month update, 3, 6, and 1 year. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn the post notification bell so that you are notified every single time I do a video. And thank you guys so much for your time and your well wishes. Bye.